My name is Scott Elliott. I'm a member of the New York State Government Account Team here at Economies and Associates. What results have government entities seen using the cloud? Well, I'll highlight some successes where information about these successes is publicly available, and you can Google any of these and you should be able to find good information. There was a great video case study on the city of Asheville in North Carolina. It talked about how they used the cloud. In this case, they used Amazon Web Services so that they could achieve a more agile, a more flexible, a more cost-effective disaster recovery solution than what they formerly had. So they were using an on-premise solution. It was disasters like Hurricane Sandy that really motivated them to identify a more geographically diverse DR site rather than the one they had that was a couple of blocks away from their main buildings. NASA JPL is another case study. They support a variety of their missions with a number of different cloud services. We often see them referenced in talks and presentations that are put on, again, by Amazon. For example, one case that they highlighted is that they were able to use the cloud infrastructure to process almost 200,000 images from Mars within a few hours. They could scale up the infrastructure. They spent a couple of $100s using that compute power, and then they spun those down again. Now, before the cloud, they had a single local machine that would process the images. It took 15 days for that task. And what's cool is that when you think about this kind of increased speed and efficiency, low cost, sometimes you think maybe you're going to be jeopardizing security. But in fact, they feel that it was accompanied by greater security. In fact, there was a quote in one of the symposiums that was put on. It was the Government Education and Nonprofit Symposium, where there was a quote published from NASA JPL's CTO. And he said that based on their experience, they believe they're even more secure in the AWS cloud than in their own data center. And the reason they said that, the reality is that tools for visibility, for auditability, for control, when they have those tools that are available to them in a very mature cloud like AWS, it exceeds what they can have even in their own data centers. So that use case was very powerful, NASA JPL. The state of North Carolina also used a cloud service to handle digital transaction management. They selected a service called DocuSign. And this was for electronic signatures, for workflows that require approvals. Now, it was initially rolled out, I think back in 2012, was rolled out within the North Carolina State Controller's Office. They wanted to simplify things like travel reimbursement approvals. They wanted to simplify background check approvals. So they started with some internal processes and then scaled up from there, which again is very easy to do with a cloud offering. And you can just imagine how much efficiency can be gained in state government by eliminating the need to have wet signatures on paper. Business processes that can stay automated, that can stay electronic from beginning to end, even with those legally enforceable signatures. Very, very powerful use case or case study.